Hey, you want to go someplace?
Where to?
I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Let's just get in and drive.
We're going to go and drive then. How's that?
Sounds like
Hey,
fun.
you guys want to come along? Let's go. Hey everybody, how we doing today? My name is Michael.
I'm Dione.
And welcome to MS FITZ'S Adventures. Hey, today we're not planning really to do anything, but I think we're going to drive west. West means we're going to go down into LA maybe? I don't know. We're going to check out the area and, because changes are coming. Yep, we're going to check out the area and see what's out west of here. You guys get in the back and let's go.
Take exit 3.
So none of this is familiar at all, but
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Polk Street. Turn left onto Polk Street.
I hear you. Pull over, I'm sorry. All right. Okay, sorry. This is Berg Street, and Berg Street is in Silmar, California, and this is where I lived. Went to junior high school here. My stepsister, my sister lived here. My other stepsister, Trisha. Yep, we all lived here on this street. I'll show you where. So as a kid, I don't know, I was probably 13, 14 years old. We'd ride our skateboards from way up on top up there all the way down. And yeah, we had all. You can see a water tank way up on top up there. We would hike up this mountain up here. When I was a kid, I don't think you can see it. Oop, let's go up. Way at the top up there, We were always told that was a Nike base. Back in the day, they had these military missiles that would come and attack a cruise missile or something else if it was coming with a warhead to blow us all up. So that was supposedly at the top. I don't know what's up there now. Never made it to the top as a kid. So yeah, this is pretty much where I grew up. We'd walk home. We'd come from that direction over that way because basically we were coming from school. And as I was telling Dione, each one of these streets we hated going up the hill, so we'd go up a block and then cut over and then go up a block and cut over just to get home. It was the easiest way to ride your bike. Yep, about where that truck is, just before the curb is the house, I believe. We're gonna go up and take a look at that. Yep, Sylmar, California, guys. This is during the earthquake too. We had just left, moved out to the desert in Southern California, and the earthquake came. Yep, all these houses, I don't know what happened to them. But as you could tell, they all had little porches, or most people made these into full garages. But yeah, they were just carports when I was a kid. Well, let's let the street sweeper do its job. So believe it or not, hello. So this is the house. It's got a nice big fence, which is cool. Yeah, Jeannie's and Trisha's room. Oops, was right over here. And in the backyard, we had a turtle. His name was Stormy. And you can see where it slopes down, where I guess they got a playhouse over there now. But yeah, that's went all the way down, and there was ivy back there, and the ivy just took hold of everything. This wasn't a garage, this was a carport, and then Pat and Dad's bedroom was right there when you went in the house. And we had a big old water cooler on top. This was just a little fence out here, and the grass kind of sloped down into the sidewalk. But none of this fence was here. We had some crazy neighbors that lived over here, and they were really noisy, and my dad didn't like them. I don't know how long we stayed here, but I think we stayed here for like 3 or 4 years. And then we moved out into the desert just before the Sylmar earthquake. So that was kind of neat. But yep, this is the house, 13459 Berg Street, Sylmar, California. They got kids. Hope their kids weren't as bad as me. It's kind of neat kind of looking at your old houses and stuff. I'm doing the old man tour now anyway, so that's what we're doing today. We're coming out here and we're looking at all the places that I lived, because we're going to be moving on pretty soon and we won't be in this area. So I'm going to take you to a couple more houses, and yeah, you get to see places. So this house here is the house on Gothic Street, 10023. They always used to paint them on the sides. Over here, a guy used to come around, and he was from the Veteran Society, and they would paint on. But right in here someplace, I tripped when I was roller skating, and I broke my arm here. My sister kept pulling me up. My first friends were next door, and that was Chrissy and Steve. I think they were my age. And then here's the house here. And my sister's bedroom was there, Grandma's bedroom was there. We had a bunch of flowers up in here. And then we had a big pine tree that used to be right there, but it's no longer there. So the lady across the street was very nice, and she said I should come over there and I should check out the place. But I don't know if I should knock on these people's doors or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyways. All right, here we go. See what happens. Hopefully I can get a shot. I don't think anybody's home. That would be the kitchen. That would be Grandma's bedroom, Grandma's bathroom. This thing has been here ever since I was a kid, this awning. The garage my dad converted. We put all that up there and converted it into a room for the boys, for Barry, Rodger, and me. So all the kids, we hung down there, watched TV, and that's where they had their bunk beds and all sorts of stuff. So this is the house, guys. A little bit more concrete than it was before. Yep. Yeah. Pretty nice. Yeah, so this is where I used to live, on Gothic Street, and I was 5 years old. I don't really remember too much of it, just bits and pieces. I remember my parents got divorced, and I remember riding my bike up and down the street here. I remember Ice Cream Man coming down the street every afternoon, and the Helms Bakery guy in the morning. Food, what else? So yeah, so that roof's probably 30, 40 years old. Wasn't painted blue and white, it was painted something else. But yeah, pretty cool, guys. First house, huh? Neat. What you think, Max? This is where I used to live when I was little, when I was just a pup. Yep. All right, this is the apartments on Ryan that we moved into. There's so many cars here, I cannot get there. Let me try to get it out the window here. The first apartment we lived was right over there in the corner. That was the first one. That was number 3 unit. And then we moved over here. This is the entrance. Look at this. It's all gated up and sealed up, and oh my God, this is so screwed up. Yep. And that's where we lived, Ryan Street. Wow, that looks like a prison now, huh? If you keep continuing going straight, there's a tunnel that goes underneath the freeway, and there would be, it's a little cul-de-sac there. I think I'm gonna go and try to turn around. Okay, this is Orion. This is the second place, or actually the first place we lived after Gothic Street house down there. I'm gonna try to cross the street. It's a 4-way, and there's no cul-de-sac anymore because there's a house here, but it's sort of a kind of a cul-de-sac, and they blocked it. Oh my God. So as kids, we would walk right through here and we would go to the other side, and yep, and Sonja would have to go that way too to go to school because it was easier. So yeah, they took it all out. So that's weird. And they got this fancy building right here amongst all the trashy homes. So I don't know how nice it is. It's like put it up against the 405. Not sure if I want to live there. But yeah, I'm gonna go by the places. I want to stop, but I don't think that's going to be a possibility. I've always looked at Google Maps, and it looks like there's just always cars down this road. This is now a one-way road, so I could not get to it from the other street. So yeah, this is what we're doing. I'm gonna make a left here. It's a 4-way stop. It always was. And let's go up down the street here. There's a building that I jumped off and broke my leg. I broke off the roof of it. Before that, there was a house there. They tore it down to build the apartment complex. And while they were building the apartment complex, I jumped off the roof. And I don't know which one it is, but I'll figure it out. So these are all gated. This must be a really, really not a very good area. But this is all my dad could afford at the time, back in 1964, 63. I remember the Beatles song, or the Beatles just came out. We watched it on TV here. 3 of these down from the road. 1, 2, 3. So this is the one they built while I was a kid. I'll pull over for this guy. The apartment that we moved into was this one over here. Our apartment was up in this corner up here, and down below used to be a planter, and my sister Sonja used to sit down there with her girlfriends and some boys, and I used to throw stuff out of the window up there, which is a bathroom window. Sonja's bedroom was over there, I think on this side. Yep, and then this is the apartment I jumped off the roof right there at a big bag of sand. And I broke my leg. I had to go stay with my grandma for a while because they didn't trust me at home by myself. Yep, so I'd like to go back the other direction. This is not a one-way, I don't think, because I see traffic. You just can't turn down it. So I'm going to try to pull out and go the other way so we can go down to Langdon Street School. That's the elementary school I went to back in 1964. All right. Kid, I'd walk down this way to go to school, and I would pass Ryan Street. All these apartments came up as we lived here, but a lot of this was empty. There was nothing here at the time. So this is Ryan Street coming up, and then halfway down the block is the school. So the school I went to was Langdon School, and it was right over here, LA Unified School Districts. It has not changed ever. Okay guys, so I went to elementary school here, and when I was a kid I thought these fences were like really super high. I guess they are. They're about an 8-foot to 12-foot fence, and this kickball court has always been here. Those bungalows out there have always been here. Yeah, this is the school I was at during the day when President John F. Kennedy was shot. And actually they had bungalow buildings over there at the time, now that they've got real buildings. The kickball court's still here. It wasn't a handball court, they probably added that later. But I kicked the ball so hard that it went over into the teacher's parking lot over here. And I got yelled at by a teacher, and I think I cussed her out, and I was like 5 years old, didn't know what the words meant. I just heard somebody saying them. And I got my butt chewed out. Yeah. So yeah, this is Orion. This is Langdon Street School behind me, and this is where I went to elementary school, the first one. I think I went to about 4 of them. So yeah, I don't think it's changed, man. And we're at Sepulveda and Dag, and this whole area is totally changed. It's pretty much run down. It's pretty nasty. Couldn't find any place to eat yet. We wanted to take you to the original Bob's Big Boy, but they tore that down, I guess, years ago, which is silly, but they did, because that has so many memories for so many hundreds of millions of people. Bob's Big Boy was based off of the movie, what was it called? American Graffiti. You think they have bathrooms?
No.
We both need to pee. So we're in Hollywood, California right now, and we are going up to Griffith Park Observatory, and all other cameras have failed. The tripods have broken. So I have one more left. We're gonna just hold it for just a second. We're going up here, and we're making a left here pretty soon, and we're going up to Griffith Park. What street is this? Do you know, hon?
It's Bronson.
This is Bronson. What street are we on, though?
Franklin.
We're on Franklin, which I don't know any of this area. But yeah, here we are, guys. There's Gleason's. It's a food store. Hollywood, California, some of the old buildings. All right, we just got off Los Feliz Boulevard in Hollywood, California. Now we're going up into the mountain. We're just passing the American Film Institute. And this is Griffith Park, guys. This is the park. It was right down the road from my grandma's house, and this is the park we went to when I was a kid.
Take the next left onto Ferndale Drive.
Thank you. Yep, Griffith Park. Big old oak trees. They filmed a bunch of episodes of the Beverly Hillbillies here, where Granny wanted to camp out, and the city told her she couldn't come out here and do it, but Mr. Drysdale, he told them, hey, let them do it. They're just rich old people. They don't know any better. So yeah, this is a very famous place. In my heart, anyways. So what we're gonna do is we're going up to the Griffith Park Observatory. This is the town I was born in, Los Angeles, California, Hollywood. This is my park, Griffith Park. Take you over to the other side over here, and this is going to be the observatory of Griffith Park. Griffith Park has a great observatory. It's the highest part of the area, and it's just right over here, so we'll go check it out in just a few minutes. So we just found out some information. We had to pay $10 just to park up here. People were parking like way down, like a mile down the road and walking up the mountain to get here. There's plenty of parking up here because it's the end of the day and people are leaving. They're open until 10 o'clock at night right now, and they do have one thing that costs money, and that is going in and watching the show, and it's actually a nice star show in the planetarium, and I've seen it like back in the day. I even saw it with Pink Floyd at one time. So yeah, we're going to take you to the planetarium at Griffith Park. It's a pretty neat place. Kind of grew up here, so check it out. Let's see, we get out from these bushes. Oh, look. Los Angeles. That is the downtown. It's my city, hometown. Let's go. And there's Griffith Park. Isn't that pretty? We've got two major telescopes that they use. In the center they have a pendulum where the green copper roof is. Yep, that's pretty, huh? Part of the city, and hey, guess what? See that up there? Somebody's directing his wife. Let's see. Let's get away from all these people. Yeah, it's okay. So there's the Hollywood sign up there. So you see everybody wanting to take pictures of the Hollywood sign up there. As a kid, I used to go to Grandma's house, and we'd be down there someplace going across on the highway, and you could see the Hollywood sign, and it was pretty cool. So you know you're getting to Grandma's house. Yeah, tons of people here, guys. So we're getting up close to the observatory. You can see the Hollywood Hills up here. Really expensive homes out there. These fields, this grass used to be like just lush, green grass. Really pretty. Let's go up here and read these plaques. We used to be able to get up in both of the observatories itself. You get up either on the side or inside. Both outside parts up here have a stairwell that gets up on top. When we get on the other side, there's some really great views of LA. And yeah, it's about 3:30 in the afternoon, the sundial said. We're gonna go on inside, and we're gonna look at all the constellations, and they got something really cool in there, and there's gonna be 1 million people crowded around it. Now that we can see, yeah, there's the constellations. Right? All right, guys. Let's go up inside. Griffith Park Observatory. Sign of Life now playing. So this pendulum always moves, and I think it's only actually stopped a few times during earthquakes, and I think they've had to reset them. What do you hit it when? Oh, it hits it? Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? I forgot about that. That's been a long time. I don't remember that.
You got here just in time.
Yeah. So this pendulum goes around, and those little dominoes down there, and the federal on the bottom actually goes and hits one of those every 10 minutes. So isn't that kind of cool? So the Travel Town Train Museum, used to go to that. The LA Zoo is right in here at Griffith Park. Of course, they've got to have a golf course. Greek Theater, the observatory we're at. Las Vegas Boulevard is where my grandmother lived. You'd get off. Someplace in here is a fountain. There used to be a fountain here. But yeah, this is, every great city needs a great park. And that's what Griffith Park is. Colonel Griffith is what his name was. Got rich through mining and real estate, and he gave it all to Los Angeles. So 3,015 acres, free public land. It's been here ever since I was a kid. Like in 4th grade, they'd take you out here and you'd hang out all day, which was pretty fun. Oh no, here's the room I'm thinking of. Yeah, this is fun. Lots and lots of people, guys. Here, check this out. This is a Tesla coil. Isn't that neat? This is a Faraday cage that's around it. So if you're inside it, you're okay. If you're on the outside, you might get zapped. That's pretty cool. Here's a different view of it. You can see us more. Cool, huh? This has nothing to do with the fast cars, electric cars nowadays.
This machine has nothing to do with the Tesla Motor Company. Just in case there are any doubts, right? Elon Musk didn't personally know Tesla. He died back in the 1940s. Anyway, he was a Serbian consummate scientist. His whole life was dedicated to science. Not like his rival. You guys ever heard of the rivalry or the, maybe they didn't get along so well, he and Thomas Edison? Thomas Edison was, everybody listened, was a great inventor. And he was in a sense, but I don't think it's the same doing all your work like Tesla did and then have 40 scientists working for you like Edison did, and then you get all the credit. Anyway, just understand. What is this machine? It's called the Tesla coil. It doesn't generate electricity, but it amplifies it. It's working on 120 volts, which is our standard here in the United States. It plugs right into the wall. It consists of, again, the generator. Electricity goes through it. It's got 2 coils. There's a big magnet created there with a copper wire. So 1 and 2. And finally, the electricity is bumped up to about 500,000 volts, 500,000. And let's see what it does. Now the people that I'm pointing at right over there, you're looking at you're getting the visual, but you're not getting the sound. Because we're getting the sound here, right? Isn't it loud here? Yes, it is. We have a vent up here. Anyway, to get the full effect, I would suggest that no, stay where you are. We don't want you. No, the oasis is the weakest form of light. You can't see it, right? But it's there. So the lighting bulb gets all the credit, but it's the noisy part, right? And the visually stimulating part. But you're going in. Now, what was the point of it? The point of it is that Nikola Tesla wanted the whole world to have free electricity, and he thought that he was able to send it through space, through the air, then you could power it.
So the guy's right. What they thought about this coil is instead of having wires run from different places, he was going to just magnetically put it from one spot to another through air, time and space, and it would land 10 miles down the road, and then they would have power. And that's really what they wanted to do. And Westinghouse was involved in all that too. Westinghouse, there was a fight over AC and DC. So yeah, and I'm not talking about the bands either. And then more of the Hollywood sign on this side over here. Well, what do you think of the area? You've been here before, right?
It's been over 20 years.
Yeah, so what do you think of Griffith Park?
I love it.
And the Hollywood sign right behind you?
It's awesome.
Yeah. And then the Pacific Ocean right over there.
Yep.
So, yeah, hold on a second. So, we got some things to tell you. We're actually gonna leave real soon. So, when we do leave, we're going to go to another campground.
Yes.
Finally. And then for the summer, we're going to a campground also.
Yes.
So, it's gonna be another week, and you'll see us at this other campground. So, yeah. It would take you guys to LA and show you where I came from, and I wanted to see where I came from anyway, so that's why we came today, because we're probably only going to be where we're at for another week or so, right? So after that, we've got 2 jobs coming up. We have one for a couple months, and we'll be working the Coachella Fest, and the second job that we've got is going to come up in the summertime, and that's not going to be in this state at all. It's going to be someplace else. So let's go upstairs, check out this. Let's get to the telescope up here, and we'll check out the view. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today. We had fun making it. We came out down to LA so I can check out all the places that I lived and all the places that I can remember in my little pea brain after 60-some years. This is one of them, Griffith Park, and this is the observatory. So I hope you enjoyed just roaming around up here. It's free to get in. The little show that they do, it costs you a little bit of money, but otherwise, parking's 10 bucks. Never used to cost you anything, but hey, they guard your cars and it's all good up here. So I just want to tell you that thank you very much for watching us. We appreciate it, and we will see you next week. But before we do see you again, why don't you just go down below and click the like button, subscribe button, and then ring the bell there. When you ring the bell, you'll get notifications every Sunday that we have a new video. And the videos come out on Sunday morning at 6 o'clock, so check that out. We do have our webpage, which is misfitsadventures.com, and you can see the blog on there. You can see all our videos. You can see everything that we're doing. We also have our Patreon account. Patreon is great for all of our subscribers. If you sign up, you're going to get content that nobody else gets. And you'll also be able to be a part of our channel. So sign up for Patreon today. I put up the little slide there. It shows you everything you need to know. Get on it today. You can get on by our Misfits Adventures account on our webpage, and you can sign up there. Also on the Misfits Adventures webpage, we do have a GoFundMe account. So go ahead and leave us a tip if you would like. We would appreciate it. So guys, come back and see us next Sunday. We appreciate you coming and joining us today. And have a good one. We love you. Be safe, be kind. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.